Welcome, one and all. My name is Kurt Roskoff. I'm here at my house in Wisconsin, and I'm pleased, proud, and privileged to be able to make this announcement. Thanks to our friend John Schultz, we have a nice event, a nice invitation to provide to our injured, wounded veterans, injured and wounded during service time. We want to make sure that they have a very fantastic, unique opportunity in water skiing. So, John Schultz and I have a long background of decades in the world of water skiing, show skiing, and we enjoy being members of the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club. We are your Pewaukee Gators. And John Schultz has gotten with the DAV from up in the Green Bay area and so, north of Waukesha County in that fashion, we have disabled American veterans teaming up with us in a quite fantastic opportunity of adaptive water skiing. So, as an example, if we have an injured, wounded veteran that is a wheelchair user and looking for this opportunity to ski, we have adaptive water skiing, which means when they come down to Lakefront Park in Pewaukee, Wisconsin on Saturday, July 4th. So we're talking about the 250th birthday of the United States of America. So it's a big day of patriotism and, looking at all the sacrifices that have been made that we can do such a thing as having a ski show provided on Pewaukee Lake for over 42 years now. What a wonderful heritage and tradition and charge into the future. And John Schultz had it in his heart and has it in his heart, and I'm sure will always have it in his heart that we got to come back and take care of our veterans and, particular awareness in, veterans who went out and fought our battles and came back injured and wounded. Much akin to how the Americans with Disabilities Act was passed, because that's the exact thing that back in 1989 was pressing congressional leaders, where George H.W. Bush was able to sign the Americans with Disabilities Act into law because the idea was, hey, folks, what is it that we go and we have the power to send our troops out internationally to go fight wherever we need them to fight our battles, and then they can't even get into your office. So that's where changes have been made here in the USA, and we want to continue that tradition and that, you know, commitment to our injured, wounded vets coming back injured and wounded, fighting our battles. So we're going to have therapeutic recreation for them and a great day out at Pewaukee Lake and a great exhibit of how we continue on in the journey with our injured, wounded veterans at the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club and disabled American vets all working together. And my wife Sue and I, we are both ambassadors with Project Diehard. You can find out more about Project Diehard at projectdiehard.org. And Project Diehard is about combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. So we here at Project Diehard, shout out and joy that the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club and the Disabled American Veterans organizations are working together to make this possible for our injured, wounded veterans. And, to the tune of we're seeking over 20 veterans out there. So who do you know in southeastern Wisconsin? Who do you know can get to southeastern Wisconsin to get to Pewaukee Lake? So to that point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google Maps for anybody out there that doesn't know where Pewaukee Lake is. We need your help to refer. We have one person registered right now. So this has been out there marketed, and we're missing it, getting our injured, wounded veterans to line up to be a part of this occasion. So take a look at this Google map of Pewaukee Lake and look over to the right where it says Village of Pewaukee. And you'll notice here how we have a state highway 190. That's Capitol Drive. See how it's labeled Capitol Drive here? Capitol Drive runs right in that if you follow Capitol Drive to the right here along Pewaukee, Kiwanis Village Park, that's where you can find our parking lot right here where it takes a sharp left here. Right in that area there, just to the north of the tracks, the railroad tracks that Capitol Drive runs along at that point, there's a parking lot there. And then right across from that parking lot is Lakefront Park, Pewaukee. And that is the site uh, where there's a pavilion there. So you see 222 West Wisconsin Avenue there. That is the pavilion building where there's restrooms there, with flushing toilets and running water sinks and all the things there, concession stand. So there we go. We got a Veterans Memorial there, right along the way there, just past Pewaukee Lakefront Park and coming over towards the Pewaukee Beach, the sandy beach over there. So what a setting for all of our veterans to come out and then to look at as you look out under the water. Just imagine watching a lineup of 20 to 25 of our injured wounded vets going out to the waterway, hitting the water, skiing with our show skiers. There's show skiers of Pewaukee Lake, which will be later on putting on a water ski show in these same waters, the same site, the same takeoff point, all the things. We'll be putting on a water ski show to bridge us into the fireworks that day. So this is just how we're designing our day for the 4th of July, Independence Day, celebrating 250 years of the United States of America. And, to do this together with our veterans, it just seems like a perfect package. So there's just one missing piece. 20 to 25 injured, wounded veterans lining up, ready to do this with us, taking advantage of that adaptive recreation. There's a lot of history that has brought us to this point. So the story goes is that back, in the 80s, the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club was approached by Adaptive Community Approach Program to do adaptive water skiing. And the two groups were great to work together to co-write the grant, receive the award for the grant, bought the sit ski, and that set us on a trajectory for nearly 40 years. I've been show skiing with this group for 40 years. So, and it wasn't too long after I joined that development came to be and I became a ski bum helping adults with disabilities water ski. And then what happened is about a dozen years ago, we had unique community members come into socializing with me, and it emerged an ideation idea of people with disabilities, water skiing, and ski shows. And the Pewaukee Gators are a part of that story, how it bridged me to reach out to the Wisconsin Water Ski Federation to teach the state of Wisconsin and beyond, Rockford, Illinois, with our ski broncs down there. So we have a nice family of ski show groups, 33 in number. So 33 sites around the state of Wisconsin where events and activities are held, where the Wisconsin Water Ski Federation's supports and USA Water Ski and Wake Sports. And, that's all a bridge into the International Wakeboard and Water Ski Federation, IWWF. And, so a lot of neat things going on in the realm of water skiing to grow water skiing, to get more people to enjoy, being at the end of that rope. Basically, water skiing began 104 years ago with Ralph Samuelson on Lake Pepin in Lake City, Minnesota. 104 years ago, he grabbed that clothesline and he grabbed some wood planks and straps to hold his, feet to the planks, and away he went. The first water skiing ever out of Minnesota. So we're proud to be the neighbors of Minnesota here in Wisconsin. And Wisconsin grew thanks to Tommy Bartlett, the show ski capital of the world. So I got with Wisconsin Water Ski Federation, and they worked with me to build out what is now the adaptive division to the Wisconsin Water Ski Federation. We're so proud of Grace Petzold of Graceful Wakes with their great program, with the world-renowned Rock Aqua Jays and their first class crew there in the world of water skiing. Basically, the teachers of all the best tips, tricks, techniques, and accomplishments in the world of water skiing. So it's a tight-knit group all around the world, actually. Water ski family, and we love our water ski family right in Pewaukee, the Pewaukee Gators, putting on ski shows every Thursday through the summertime leading up to Labor Day. We do a Labor Day show at 5 o'clock on Labor Day, and we have our Fourth of July show. Tends to be sometime after 6 o'clock. We get the water ski activity going, and then ski right up, you know, till 7:30, 8 o'clock, depending on how it all goes. And then it's waiting until dusk, for those fireworks. So again, we need your help. I'm doing this video to give you a little bit of background and kind of share a little bit of the excitement that's available there through the storytelling and fact telling and everything behind this. So it'd just be a shame to go through June and not fill up those registrations and cause concern. I don't know what John and DAV will do to watch the registrations and so forth, but if we can all be great Americans here and think about who do we know in southeastern Wisconsin, who do we know that could travel into the area, share it with all the veteran groups, share the event that they have posted out on this. So I believe you can see this great flyer that is out there on Facebook. You go to the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club Facebook page. You look for that Pewaukee Gator style Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club logo, and go to there. And then the post that was just posted yesterday is all there to show. Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club proudly presents Military Wounded Water Ski event for those with physical or hidden wounds of service. July 4th, 2026, 7:30 a.m. to noon. Scan to register there. So grab that iPhone, pause this video, get that QR code going so you know where to send them all. Go ahead and take a picture of this flyer with your phone. Whatever we got to do, share it out. Go to the Facebook page, put it in your communications. Look at all this corporate support we have, and creating this space, giving the lake to our military, injured veterans, during their time of service coming back and, you know, using crutches or wheelchairs or other circumstances that they benefit from adaptive water skiing and having a very customized style to their water ski experience. We want to take care of all them for sure. So, my phone number, folks, if you want to call or text with any questions, comments, concerns, anything about this, feel free to give me a call or text me 262-372-1754. And you can also email me through Project Diehard, Kurt, Kurt at projectdiehard.org. I tell you what, folks, it seems like we're doing a lot for our veterans, and we are. As much as that is true, for what the needs are and to help our veterans get the balance and really to respond to everything in the circumstance of what they've done for us. There is so much more to do. And that's why my wife Sue and I, we volunteer for Project Die Hard to be part of the veteran community as civilians, as folks who never served in service in military fashion. So we're non-vets, and we hope that catches on all across the land, that we can have, a couple 100 million Americans rise up and, come and have this connection with our veterans and provide more and more so that they can finally make a suitable transition into what the rest of their life may be, should be, and ought to be, and that we don't lose them to the demons of suicide. So, for that and all the benefits of adaptive water skiing, therapeutic recreation, as it were, again, we hope we're going to get your help and spread this around, spread the word, push it through the grapevine. Tell folks at church, tell folks in other volunteer nonprofit situations that you're in. If you have connections to American Legion or um, any of the, VFWs or any veteran organization or any nonprofit where the folks there may have a connection, help get this out there far and wide. I hope we can get this out to 100,000 people out there, and it will easily have 20 people, going into that registration as a veteran who was injured during service. So with that, I'll leave it to you. Again, I hope you use your social media, use your text on your phone, think about in communications, conversations, in your business activities, as you're doing personal, professional development, as you're having in fun in whatever fashion you're having your fun. Please do think of our veterans in your social conversations and tell your buddies and tell your family and all you know that there's this wonderful new event out at Pewaukee Lake. The village of Pewaukee is very proud to have such a thing that Lakefront Park in Pewaukee could be used for such a patriotic occurrence. So let's do it together, folks. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for your time and attention. And again, I hope I've appealed to you to take action right now, later on today, tomorrow, and every day. Keep this at the top of your mind because I have faith that you could bring a few of those registrations for us. So please do it for us, folks. I think our veterans deserve it. Again, I'm Kurt Roskoff with the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club. Pleased to see how we're working with DAV, Disabled American Veterans. Let's make July 4th down there at Village Park. Well, there's Village Park, but we're going to be over at Lakefront Park, right along the lakefront. And let's pack in our veterans and let's just have tears of joy that our injured, wounded veterans are out there skiing and we're creating these memories